Hello, and welcome to Rampant Pyanodon Season 5, Episode 5. If you're brand new, please watch the base tour. Otherwise, this episode, we are going to upgrade our military. Okay, so what you see right here is the sorry state of our military production. We're only producing some amount of magazines and some amount of shotgun shells, and I want more. Also, there is a new magazine that we upgraded, or we unlocked a while ago, that I still have not put in yet. It is the red one. So yeah, let's scrap this and build a new magazine production. Alright, so this is my brand new military production cell. I'm going to go for 5 red magazines, the piercing magazines, and 5 shotgun shells per second. The main difference between this build and the one we currently have, other than it being scaled up, is that I'm going to be using the new automated factory Mark 1s. Again, these are basically just the assemblers that run off of electricity instead of solid fuel, so we don't have to bust in solid fuel or deal with the resulting ash. I have about 20 automated factory Mark 1s to produce the red magazines, 15 for the actual reds and 5 for the yellows. I need about 9 to produce the shotgun shells and 6 to produce the gunpowder. This adds up to 35, which is fantastic because it allows me to make 6 times 5 is 30? Yeah, this allows me to make a 6x5 grid and I can just slam everything in there and connect it all up. I have medium power poles, which are nice because I'm able to connect it up in a nice grid. I can just put a medium power pole in the middle and they all connect with each other. Let's start with the build. We start with tar and water in a quenching tower. This will produce the tailings and saline water that we need. It'll also produce flue gas and soot as byproducts. The tailings then gets evaporated in our very large evaporation array into tailings dust and acid gas. Tailings dust is the byproduct. We will be taking acid gas. We will be taking acid gas and we will be evaporating it again into sulfur, which is then mixed with coke and the saline water to make gunpowder. Finally, gunpowder is moved to the various assemblers that we had earlier, along with iron, lead, and steel plates to make the various magazines and shells that'll protect our borders. Again, I am totally digging the new automated factories. They're bigger, but you don't have to bust in fuel or deal with ash, and the arrays look kind of clean. But yeah, the assembler arrays, they look good. But this is the build. Enjoy. This wouldn't be a Vic build unless it absolutely did not fit where it was intended to fit. So yeah, I'm just gonna put it right over here instead, just because there's space over here. Rewire and build for this build took about 3 to 4 hours. In the process, I had to say goodbye to one of our oldest splitters. This is probably one of the only examples of an ancient splitter before we had splitters. So goodbye to this soldier here. The other one remaining is up here. We didn't quite need to get rid of it since it still worked, even though it looks really weird. But with that, let us say goodbye to our old military production. So once again, thank you, old military, and hello to our new military. Up next, we were going to work on alternative power options. We've unlocked the Watt, and aerial turbines, but they take a lot of intermediaries, and I think that might take some space. So instead, we are going to work on resource shortages. The first thing our base is missing is quartz, and the only quartz reasonable on the map is beyond the fish gate, which means I guess it's finally time to expand our base. We need more quartz, and quartz is out there. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get it. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and expand to this choke point, and my first step will be to relocate some of the natives here. Yeah, that did not go well. So let's go ahead and wake up the Centurions. Yeah, this should go much better this time. Well, okay, we lost 2 Centurions, but this is because I came out here without any repair packs, and now I have repair packs, so this should totally be easy now. Alright, easy peasy. And now all I have to do is, first we can drag over some power, and then set up a temporary wall, and then add some automated healing to the temporary wall, and then immediately lose 10 bots to this wall. And then we just do a couple iterations, make a couple changes, do some test runs in the daytime, test runs in the nighttime, and I think this is pretty complete. This is the new defense front. I still need a name for it. It's uninspired, to be honest. It's just a raw block of turrets, shotgun turrets. But you know, it'll have to do for now. Anyways, let's put my boys back to rest, and let's also say goodbye to this military front. Fishgate, thank you very much. And I also have a couple hundred extra fish turbines, so we might as well just extend Fishland out a little bit.
Look at that fish. Look at that fish.
Yep, at this point I have way more power than I know what to do with, except to finally get the quartz up and running. So let's go ahead and just some more quartz here, and there's another smaller one over here, so we can over here as well. And now that we have more quartz ore, it should be as simple as scaling up the crushed quartz production. However, it's always not as easy as that, so this next part gets a little bit chaotic. I learned that some of my carbon dioxide barrels have made it into my fuels line, and that's causing a lot of liquid fuel machines to jam up. I fix it, and we seem to be in full production. We have biter issues, and then I go ahead and fix the carbon dioxide issue over here, and I learned that the antimony oxide has stopped production for some reason. Plastic and fuel are sharing the same side of the belt for some reason, and upon investigation through time and space, I learned that my plastic has flipped the side of the belt that it was originally on for some reason. Biters, my caravan is stuck. I flip the plastic, and I get attacked more by biters. Here, I realize that the crushed quartz isn't enough, so I go to update it. And now we have more crushed quartz. How did we design this? Let me show you. So the crushed quartz build was really easy. It's actually just 15 jaw crushers. That's an input of 75 quartz ore per second and an output of 15 crushed quartz per second, and then 7.5 stone. And with crushed quartz done, we have more glass and therefore more petri dishes. This episode, we buffed up our military and expanded our base through land. And I think next episode, we're going to expand by sea. 2 resource shortages that we still have are for native flora and Nexalit. So, That'll bring us to the end of the end of this episode, and I'd like to give a special thanks to my patrons. As always a big thanks to my patrons: Cody the Codfish Sample, Psych Manon, Zark, Simple Anglerfish, John Boy, Arrow 6, Hollow, and Sterling. Thank you, and I'll see you guys in the sea next episode.